97.5 Cat Country, number one for new country. Randy Hauser, that's running out of moonlight. It's the Cat Country Morning Wake Up this morning with Dixie and Melanie because Brian is out celebrating his wedding anniversary. So congratulations again to Brian and Amy. Mostly cloudy, chance for showers, thunderstorms, and 80 degrees today. We were out at the State Fair last night, the Delaware State Fair in Harrington. We'll have another fair report coming up here in a few minutes. But celebrating Dierks Bentley night, which, you know, that's my favorite night of the year. Celebrating Dierks Bentley night. And I will say that did get to meet him again.
Yes, we did. It was very nice.
And I always say I like to watch myself age through pictures of Dierks Bentley. I age. He doesn't, you know, as I get older.
How do they do that?
I don't know. They have people. They have people to take care of that kind of stuff for them. Those, you know, they get to sleep more than the rest of us do, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
But one of the things I noticed about the State Fair when we were hanging out there before the show is that every year there's usually an item or a toy that's very, very popular that all the kids are buying or parents are getting for the kids, or sometimes it's a food item and a lot of times it's, you know, like that big sword or whatever. Last night it seemed to be those clacky balls. Like you get the string with the two marbles at the end and then you bounce it up and down. It goes clack, 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 clack. There was this young gentleman.
Adventure
who was wearing an Adventure Time t-shirt. He seemed nice. Seemed like a pleasant young man. Until he started with the clacky balls. He looked to be about 14, 15 years old in his Adventure Time t-shirt. And he's standing there, and the whole time, while his mom's filling out raffle tickets, clack, 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 clack. And I'm standing there, I'm literally doing everything I can not to scream. And I'm flipping through the raffle tickets, and I'm holding on to the table, and I'm like, no, be nice. Nice. Not your kid. Not your kid. You know, a lot of times as a parent, you'll learn this, Melanie. As a parent, there's a lot of times where you have to remind yourself, not your kid. Not your kid.
Oh, no.
Shut your pie hole. Not your kid. Not your kid. Not your kid. Because if it was your kid, it would have been snatched and, no! Stop! That they wouldn't have gotten them in the first place.
Exactly. I was going to say, they would have been purchased in the first place. I would be like, you were not getting those. So I was like, put them down.
And after about 2 minutes, his mother finally looks up and goes, those are going to get lost when you go to sleep. You realize that. But it's her kid, so she has a lot of more, you know, patience and tolerance.
Did you just want to like shake her hand and be like,
yeah, I was like, yes, thanks. But I said nothing. Of course, you know, not my kid, not my place. But it's like, stop it. And then as you're walking around, you're seeing all these little kids that clack.
Yes,
clack,
they all just,
clack.
and they're like amazed by it. They just were like, ooh, and you're just sitting there like, I can't take it. I'm going to literally explode.
I move my hand up and down and it bangs together and it makes a clacking noise. And then I do it again and it does it again and again and again. And then the people that are selling them, they're standing there, clack, clack,
like,
clack. Stop!
When I came out of the Dierks Bentley concert last night, I was was taken back because all of a sudden I heard it and this lady just went click, clack. And I was like, don't you dare. I was like, you get that away from me.
Oh my gosh. Make it. Do you want to buy one? No, I don't want to buy one.
You have no heart. How could you have these?
But that seemed to be the big thing at the fair with the clacking.
It was that and duck calls.
Yes,
like
and the duck
call
calls.
horns and things like that.
Yeah.
We came out of the concert and I'm like, oh, that was such a great show. And then you could come in, you're bombarded by click clack balls and like
duck
horns,
calls.
and you're like, rah, 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 and you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't take this. And then you've got Carney music going on.
The Carney music is great, but it's just, if it was just like one kid with it, it'd be fine. But it was like everybody had one. I was like, okay, I see what the big popular items this year are. So we have put it up on our Facebook page, you know, the most annoying toy ever. And people are liking the fact that I'm picking the clacky balls, but, you know, you never know. But if you have 1-800-275-9150, or if you want the poor unfortunate souls that bought one of the sets of clacky balls, and now you wish you hadn't, or they've already been lost in your house, well, call us, 800-275-9150. You can also post up on our Facebook page.
July's been a busy month, hasn't it? The calendar fills up fast this time of year, so be sure to bookmark Pillsbury.com on your computer. That's where you'll find tons of easy and delicious recipes that are just right for whatever you're up to. Appetizers, meals, desserts, they're all waiting at Pillsbury.com. Plus, when you become a member, you'll have access to coupons, your own online recipe box, and other cool things. And sign up is fast and easy. You can do it in less than 2 minutes, so head over there ASAP. It's Pillsbury.com. Check it out for great ideas for everything that's happening this summer. Today we're mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. I believe it was raining when we came in today. Thunderstorms are also a possibility. High of 80 degrees. Right now it's Toby Keith with God.
High of 80 degrees. We were talking about the most annoying toys ever because at the fair last night it seemed to be that all the kids were walking around with those clacky balls.
Click, clack, click,
clack, clack. Clack, clack, clack. And then the duck calls. I'm getting ready to put up the duck call thing as well.
Gosh. Duck Dynasty has ruined us. Right. I love it, but
yes, we love it. And duck calls have a purpose in this world.
Exactly.
But please know how to use them before you start walking around the fair practicing. Practice at home, and then show off your skills at the fair.
Practice by some ducks.
Right. If they run away, you're not doing it right.
Exactly.
So there, before we get to our state fair report for today, we were both at the Delaware State Fair last night for the Dierks Bentley show. And one of the things we noticed was a couple of the items that were very popular for people to buy at this year's Delaware State Fair. One being duck calls.
Oh, man.
Oh, my. And then the other one was the clacky balls. And all the kids walking around, and all you heard at the end of the day, and I swear I heard it in my sleep, clack, 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 clack.
It was like a combination. It was like clack, clack, quack, quack, clack, clack, quack, quack. And then oh my goodness.
Yeah. Megan wrote on our Facebook page, she says, I saw the vendor across from the track entrance with the clacking balls. She's like, talk about a flashback. Those things were popular when I was a kid. I had tons of them. That was early mid-90s. Funny how it cycles through. I think kids, I think every like 10 or 15, 20 years it all cycles through as far as those kind of things go.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the ones, like sooner or later they'll invent the ones where they clack together and they light up.
Uh-huh.
You know, or they clack together and make a duck call. That would be comboing all sorts of things.
Please don't let that ever happen, Dixie. Do not give people ideas. Great.
So
great. Someone's hearing this and they're like,
quack, quack, quack. I'm telling you.
It's not going to be good. Thank you.
That they hit together and they play a song or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's just you know, I heard the other day that like 90s was coming back. Like there's like all these different things coming back and they're like, you should just leave it in the past.
It depends. It all depends on what's coming back. It's like
TV.
20 or 30
I like
year
90s
cycles.
TV.
But yeah. But we'll see.
This Delaware State Fair report is brought to you by Weller's Utility Trailers and Auto Accessories in Bridgeville. With carport sheds and more, you never know what Jim's got in the store.
Mm-hmm. And thank you to Jim for being so nice yesterday when I stopped by to see him. He's fantastic. Mostly cloudy. Chance for showers and thunderstorms. High of 80 degrees today. Let's check your roadways again. I'm making Melanie do her checkered flag challenge picks. Even though she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. So if Melanie throws a weird one out there, it's just...
Yeah, please don't judge me on my NASCAR taste. If we want to talk baseball, I can talk it all day. But I grew up with, Jeff Gordon's great, and that's about it.
That's about it.
The rest is I'm kind of flying off the handlebars here. So
all right, well, we'll see. The last time I did this with somebody, they beat me, so no big deal.
All
right, so if you go online to catcountryradio.com, you can put your picks in, 4 brackets and a wild card. Go ahead, Melanie. Who'd you have for bracket number 1?
Bracket number 1, I have Greg Biffle.
There you go. Greg. I picked because I know Brian's not here to make fun of me. A driver I can't stand, so I don't know why, but Jimmy Johnson. They're all talking about it like it's a gimme that he's going to win this weekend.
Exactly.
So I'm like, well, whatever. All right, fine. Jimmy Johnson.
I did hear that they were like, can I go for the 5th? Blah, blah, blah,
yeah, it's like, okay, fine. Just go ahead. Take it. Second bracket, I went Kurt Busch because I still think he's going to wiggle his way into that top bracket at some point in time.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Who'd you take in the second bracket?
Well, this is no surprise here, Jeff Gordon. So.
Jeff Gordon's awesome. I'm just going to keep picking him.
I grew up with him. Yeah, I can't not do it. It's just like...
Third bracket, I took the guy at the top of the bracket because I haven't picked him yet. I don't think at all this season. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
I like that name.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Driving name. I went for Casey Mears.
It's a good driving name, too.
Yeah.
Fourth bracket, which is always the toss-up. I went Travis Kvapil this time.
That's a name. Mm-hmm. I also went with the name Allmendinger. I went with AJ.
If you're just new to NASCAR and you see Allmendinger, you have to pick it.
You have to. I just feel like I can't not. Yeah.
Wild card, I took Brad Keselowski. So I think he'll have a turnaround part here pretty soon.
Definitely think so. I went with Earnhardt Jr. for my wild card.
There you go. Melanie's like,
go with what you know. You know what I mean?
Don't have to worry about using up my wild cards because I'm probably not going to play next week. So. She's like, I'm just going to take Earnhardt.
Maybe I'll just take the cards. Everybody I pick will be like, yes. And then you guys will be like, why'd we invite her to play?
Exactly. That's always happened. So I say, beginner luck.